Okay, welcome back to Take Apart Engineering. In this week's video, we're going to be making a cover for, in this case, our Greenberg's repair and operating manual for our Line L trains. We're going to need some Scotch tape. We're going to need a pair of scissors. We're going to need, obviously, a book. And then I'm going to use Lego shopping bag. You could use a brown paper bag from the grocery store, but I'm just going to use what I have and go with a Lego bag just because I have it. All right, so let's get started. First, let's set aside the materials we don't need right now, and what we want to do with our Lego bag is first thing we want to do is we want to cut down one edge. I want to cut it from the side. And then we want to cut along the bottom, and you want to cut the bottom of it off. Now you could use any kind of paper bag, or I guess you could probably use a piece of poster paper as well, which would be a little heavier. I'm going to do it this time with just this Lego bag because that's what I have. Open that up. And we want to cut the bottom. Now this bag is a little bit oversized for this size book, but that's okay. We can always cut it down like a little bit smaller. All right, cut the bottom off. Set that aside. We want to lay this out. Now we're going to want to put the paper with the white side up. You can see where it's yellow on one side and white on the other. We're going to put the white side out. So we want to lay out our yellow side on the inside here. And then we need to size it up for our book, putting our book in the middle. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. So we want this paper to fold inside. So we're going to need to cut off some excess paper. So to do that, we can fold that over. And crease my book there. So with our edge, that'll tell us where our paper needs to be cut. Set that aside. And we want to do the same thing with our other side. Open our book up. Pull our paper over. Crease. And then put a crease on the inside so we know where to cut all paper off. As you can see with this Lego bag, it's quite a bit bigger than the book we are using. And depending on the size of the book determines how much paper you're going to need to cut off. All right. So we have those cut. And now we need to cut the bottom. Now what we're going to want to do is fold this in. So to do that, we're going to need to cut our edge. Crease that edge. So we know where our edges are. And the idea here is we want to fold over our edge to make sure that we can slide our book into it. So to do that, let's use Actually, I think what we're going to do is take and follow this line right here and cut that off. And we're going to want to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to turn our book. We're leaving approximately the same amount of space here. What that does is we want to unfold everything. Open that up. Now, we want to use a straight edge and fold our paper. Do the same thing on the other end using those creases that we put in. Nice straight edge. Slide our book. Make sure I crease the end. So this one here. Open up our book. Then, we need to tape across the edges to hold the cover in place. So I'll just use a little bit of tape. And we now have completed our project. What that does is that gives us a cover for our book. Now in this case, this is my train manual, from Greenberg's Repair and Operating Manual. Now this book is very old, but it has all the technical details for all the Lionel trains. So now I have a nice clean cover. But if it does get dirty, I can replace it with another piece of paper. Now I could have used, as I said before, I could have used a paper bag from a grocery store, but I used my Lego bag because I had just come from the Lego store, and it was big enough to do what I needed to do. Plus, it's a little heavier. So there we go. Nice and neat. That'll keep my book clean and protect that cover. So I hope you found this video informational and had a good time doing it. And, again, there is variations on this depending on the size of book that you have. You could use poster board. You could use craft paper, a variety of different things that you could use. But the process is the same as far as cutting it to size and folding your edges to protect that book. You can come back and create a cover title, both on the spline and on the cover to help you remember what's there. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. It helps a lot with YouTube. Please, click the notification button so you will be notified when a new video is ready to be dropped. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.